some butter beans.
Butter beans and chitlin stew.
Every Saturday night. Every Saturday night.
Like it nice.
And as long as I'm able,
Gonna do the same thing again.
my head gets so bad,
But it don't change.
I be so tore down.
I don't even know my name.
Big beach, y'all.
Pig's feet and barbecue.
Good old catfish and homemade brew.
Gotta have some homemade.
I got me some butter beans.
Butter beans and chitlin stew.
Oh, every Saturday night.
Every Saturday night.
Monday morning,
Monday,
is it down floor?
Monday,
Tuesday,
Tuesday.
I got a milk cow. Y'all know about that, don't you?
Gotta milk the cow now.
Wednesday,
Wednesday,
I got a dog.
talking about Wednesday.
Thursday,
Thursday,
I got a slaughter hog and I ain't even shave out.
I said Thursday.
Friday,
Friday,
Friday.
Friday,
Girls, what's the sixth day of the week?
Friday,
Well, Friday,
Friday,
Friday.
Friday.
Now, when it's done, realize all night before Saturday come. Good big dog.
Pig's feet and barbecue.
Good old catfish and homemade brew.
Gotta have some homemade.
I got me some butter beans.
Butter beans and chitlin stew.
Every Saturday night.
Every Saturday night.
Every Saturday night.
Every Saturday.
All night long. From Sunday morning.
Every Saturday.
I'm strong. Yes, I do. Every Saturday night.
Every
I know
Saturday.
we gonna lock the door. Good.
Every Saturday.
All night long.
Saturday night. Every Saturday.
Every Saturday night.
Every Saturday.
Let yourself go. Let yourself go.
Saturday
Let yourself
night.
go. Let
Every
yourself
Saturday.
go. Let yourself go.
Every Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday night. Every Saturday.
All right.
All right, welcome to another edition of Classic Blues and R&B here on WVON 1690. Sir Henry Cheatham here. Going to be with you until 2 o'clock in the morning, 2 a.m. Playing for you nothing but the best in American music we call blues. American folk music that tells the story of a country and of a folks. And I said folks and other people. So therefore, folks, this is it. Without it, hey, America has no music. It imported some stuff, but it has nothing that is original. But all this stuff here is original right here in the great state of United States of America. And from the great, yes, sir, Magnolia State, way down south in Dixie. Don't be looking at me like that, Gerald. I mean, that's where it's from. I mean, what you want me to say? It's from Chicago, man. It's not from Chicago, man. It's way, way down south in Dixie, man. It's a Magnolia thing. We're streaming live at WVON.com, out on the World Wide Web. We're also at iHeartRadio, and you can see this gorgeous, handsome bronze, or black, or whatever you want to call it, frame over on the Ustream. Yes, looking good. He thinks he look good anyway. and he feels like he looks good. So, hey, that's what matters. We'll be here with you till 2 o'clock in the morning, playing for you the best of this music here. WVON always wants you to get social by going to facebook.com/WVON1690. That's WVON1690. On Twitter, follow us at WVON1690. And on Instagram at WVON1690. You can always text WVON to 88474, and you'll get all of the alerts and everything else we got going. And you can always reach us in the studio here at 773-591-1690. That's 773-591-1690. And you'll be hooked up with Gerald over there. You know, you'll be glad to chat with you, do whatever you want him to do for you. You know, he think he's as handsome as I am, but that's all right. Supposed to think that way, I guess, you know. Been a good week. God is always great, you know, and I thank God for every breath. That's all life is, folks, a breath, you know. It's always good to get one, too. And I also want to let you know that ignorance is the most costly crop that any community can produce. And I think we're producing our share, and the whole country is really producing its share. And we got to do something about that, you know, as we move forward, you know, in through this thing, you know, something that we got to deal with it, all right? I want to say hello. We had a nice day out at the seniors breakfast. My young buck claimed he got sick. He didn't want to bring my wheelchair and my cane with me, you know. So he said he got sick. So you should have seen me, Gerald. Gerald Britt is our man on the other side. Mr. Fletcher is also with us. And, of course, the boss's son. When it's hi to the boss's son, hi to the boss out there. That's Mr. Purvis, the blues man span. Say hi to him. And a few other folks want to say hi to. Want to say hi to Mr. Elijah Bennett and his wife, Miss Yvonne. I think I found the song you're looking for, Miss Yvonne. You asked me to play for you tonight. I think it's Stevie J and that blues party, the blues party, something like that. We got it. We're going to play it for you in the first half hour here. So say that. Want to say hi to Miss Isola, who I met today. Nice young lady from Chicago State, Chicago State, WCSU, I think that's correct. And, you know, a few other folks out there that Mr. Barksdale said he checks us out always. He said he listens to us, Gerald. Yeah, so he listens to us, you know. I mean, especially you. But I said he don't say that much. He said, oh, that's good. He said, I shouldn't say that as much as I say, you know. But I say hi to Miss Martha down in Ramirez, way down in El Paso. I want to say hi to you down there. Say hi to my man Forrest Haggerty, the old sheriff. I call him the sheriff anyway, down in Texas. Cowboy fan, you know, he's happy right now. Yeah, like all of us in the South, we happy. America's team is doing pretty good, you know. So hopefully they lose soon, because you can't lose in the playoffs. You only got one shot at it. I want to say farewell to President Castro. Tomorrow they will have his final departure down in Cuba. Some folks have their say about it. But you have to also look at the total person. None of us are perfect. All of us make mistakes. And there's some bad folks. The United States is my country. But Lord have mercy. Look what they've done to me and my folks. So what you do, you have to fight. You have to fight to make things right, Gerald. You didn't know that, did you? No, you didn't know that. You ain't going to do no fighting, man. All you're going to do is sit on the sideline and, you know, criticize me, man. That's bad, man. I want to say happy birthday to two of my nieces, Miss Rhonda and Miss Cassandra. I want to say hi to you. Miss Rhonda was the 30th, I think it was, of November. And Cassandra was the 1st. And we're glad to see our man Tiger Woods has returned to the links, Gerald. He looks pretty good. He looked good yesterday. He looked lousy the first Thursday. He looked good yesterday. He was okay today. You know, he shot a 70, I think it is. But hopefully he'll correct the ship. You know, hey, take on off. You know, one thing about Tiger, you can talk about him all you want to. He was one golfer that has been, when he played, was number one for many, many for years, you know. And since he has left, since he's been out on his injuries, you have had as many number one rotational, you know, as it that they won't catch up with him even in that, you know. So, but anyway, congratulations. Glad to see him back. I hope he quit swinging so hard. He can still get there, but hey, you can't try to knock it to the moon always, you know. And a lot of folks, you know, they think the Green Party is doing a great job. Well, let me tell you something about the Green Party, folks. When you look behind, again, Gerald, look behind the doggone door. The Green Party is not what you may think it is. I remember a story in San Francisco, man, where there was a hospital in Uganda wanted to cut a tree down. And this Greenpeace, I consider the party, but hell, they all the same. The Greenpeace in San Francisco was funding, giving money, like they're doing here in this country, a lot of the community they're doing it. They were giving money to this group of Ugandans to protest the cutting of this tree. Now, what this tree would have done would have allowed them to bring plumbing in there and all this other stuff so they could have some running water. That's the biggest problem in Africa. You know, is that Africa does not have, you know, running water like we do here. It moves through, so therefore. But of course, Flint has allowed us to find out what happens when you don't get, you know, good water, you know. Anyway, we're going to get the program kicked off here. What we got over there? You ready? You know, you're looking at me funny, man. You act like you don't know what you're going to do. We're going to do Otis Rush, right? All right. Here we go, folks. Getting the program kicked off tonight on Classic Blues and R&B. You're listening to WVON, Classic Blues and R&B on WVON 1690 AM.
and I'm grateful for the wife you've been. I said I have to lift you been an angel, and I'm grateful for the wife you've been. But now I found myself another. Don't hold me in this world of sin. Oh, I want you to try and forgive me. Please try and understand. Try and forgive me. Please try and understand. You know I didn't make myself, baby. It's not my fault for someone else.
To get it on. Call up my friends, tell them meet me at the club. I'm gonna get there early, get the best table on the floor. Working hard all week, and it's time to take a break. And you know it's a good time when the grown folks come to play. I'm gonna let all of my troubles go. If it's 3 a.m. in the morning, I'm gonna be ready for more. Everybody, it's time to party. Oh, to get it started. Gonna party all night long. All night long. DJ, everybody, it's time to party. It's time to party. To get it started. Gonna party all night long. DJ, oh DJ, Mr. DJ. Bottoms up, no bottoms down. You cannot catch your groove just sitting around. Gotta get on the dance floor and get on down. But on your way, take a hit of that crown. Oh no, working hard all week, and it's time to take a break. You know it's a good time when grown folks come to play. Call me later, cause I won't be at home. I'm going out tonight, yeah, and I'm gonna get it on. you Juke Joint fans, hold them cups in the air. Cause we about to go in Millwater style. Yeah, let's get it now. Say we're gonna party tonight, yeah. Jackson, Mississippi, I know you feel me. Texarkana, Texas, if you're with me, say yeah. Little Rock, Arkansas, calling out everybody. Stop out in California tonight, yeah. New York City, if you're with me, say yeah.
Queen and the Princess of Southern Soul, y'all.
Everybody up in here, can you feel the beat? If you're sitting down or you're standing on your feet. If you're listening to this record, put it on repeat. And there's only one thing I want you to do for me. Why don't you come on and all you gotta do is, hey, you want to
once more.
Hey Art, what's going on with you, man?
Man, I'm waiting for Saturday nights for some classic blues and R&B.
Spend your Saturday nights with me, Sir Henry Cheatham.
On the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
shipyard should be in Playboy magazine. She's fine. I tight when she walked down the street. What a sight, she's fine. I tell her word, my little girl is fine. You know I'm so crazy about my baby now. Don't wanna lose no girl of mine. Ooh-wee, ooh-wee, Lord, Lord. Ooh-wee, ooh-wee, Lord, Lord. You know I'm so crazy about my baby now. Love that woman just like a dog.
Sir Henry, would you please play some classic blues for me?
Mama in the kitchen cooking, and the children upstairs asleep. It's time for old Santa Claus to make his midnight creep call.
Santa Claus wants some loving.
Yeah, now. Santa Claus wants some loving. I know it's something real pretty under that Christmas tree. I ain't had no loving in this world with me, cause
Santa Claus wants some loving.
do you hear me? Santa Claus wants some loving. I'm trying to fix this old bicycle. I can't seem to find my blouse. I'm halfway watching Mama before she get that sleep in her eyes. Cause
Santa Claus wants some loving.
buddy, Santa Claus wants some loving. I don't want no turkey. I don't care nothing about no cake. I want you to come in here, woman, before that children wake. Cause Santa Claus wants some loving. I said, Santa Claus wants some loving. Now Christmas is for the children, and I want them to be pleased. But right now, Mom, it's Christmas Eve, so make them happy, happy. Cause Santa Claus wants some loving. Do you hear me? Santa Claus wants some loving. Woo!
All right, Santa Claus wants some loving. I think I'm gonna be Santa this year if I can get some loving somewhere. I know you got a lot of love, right, Dr. Gerald? Yeah, I mean, you gonna be spreading it all over the place, right? Oh yeah, you know he's a spreader, ladies. He spreads it all around. Okay, just heard the one great one, Albert King. Santa Claus wants some loving. And you heard Miss A.C. Reed and Bonnie Raitt. I think that's where we did hear that, right? She's fine, right? We heard that, right? All right. I was doing something else. You know, the great Junior Parker, That's All Right. Magic Sam, I Need You So Bad. And then great voices that we have. Magic Sam. Karen Wolf and Denise LaSalle, Shake a Little Something. And you heard Stevie J, That Party. What the hell is it? The party song, yeah. Stevie J. It's a new one off his CD, Back to Blues. Well, Otis Rush. Been an Angel. All here on class. Did I miss something, Gerald? Did I miss it? All right, I didn't think so. Just wanted to make sure. See if you're paying attention in class, you know. So, anyway, we're here every Saturday, folks, doing our thing here on Classic Blues and R&B. Got a couple folks in the studio here. They are artists. One is Mr. Leon Triplet, and your guest is?
Tracy Adams.
What?
Tracy Adams.
Tracy Adams. Oh, Tracy Adams. How you doing? I don't think we got too much time, but yeah, how you doing tonight?
I'm fine.
Good.
Glad to be here at WVON this evening.
That's right. That's right. Welcome. You know, we're glad to have you here. How you been, Leon?
I've been super great. And
yeah, good.
I really appreciate the opportunity always to hang with my friend, Sir Henry.
I'm a friend now.
Absolutely.
Okay, it's good to be a friend, you know. So tell us about you.
Well, I put out a single. I think it was maybe 2005. It's called Can't Live Without You. It's a single. And it's been playing a little down south, but not here in Chicago. So I'm going to get the opportunity to let WVON clue in on what I'm doing with that single. Mm-hmm. And I got a couple of other projects coming up after New Year's. Yeah. And one gospel one, too.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so I'll be glad to let you guys listen to it and join me in planning or whatever.
Okay, yeah, we got a gospel singer program here on Sunday morning anyway.
All right, thank
good
you.
One. So what about yourself, Leon? What you been up to?
Well, I'm trying to get over this physical therapy for this accident I had November 9th.
You know, you're an accident waiting to happen anyway.
You know, I've been doing the physical therapy and all. You know, funny thing, when we get into these accidents, you know, you think you can overcome them sooner than God wanted to be done. Yeah. But we have to just make sure that we do the right thing, get our health in the right place.
Oh, yeah, you have to try to do that because that's all you got.
Absolutely.
You know, you got your health, you can kind of make it, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I feel great now. I'm hanging in here, you know. I do what the doctor tell me to do.
Yeah, that's good.
Funny thing, I read the picture of the car. It looked like the van was total.
Oh, okay.
And I kept looking at my baby broke. My baby messed up.
Oh, yeah, well, it's going to happen to mine, too. Make sure you join Art Chat Daddy Sims for the Monday edition of Real Talk, Real Folk, and Real People. That's what they got here. Chat Daddy welcomes live in studio a group of single black men to give their personal thoughts and opinions about the current state of dating and committed relationships in today's society. All of this and so much more Monday at 6 p.m. for your favorite happy hour on the radio. Real talk, real people, real folks. Make sure you check them out, Chat Daddy, every Monday through Thursday here at on WVON. From about 6 p.m. to 9, right here. You know. The Mumford Point Marine Association wants you guys to get over and support them. They're located at 7011 South Vincennes Avenue here in Chicago. Tomorrow they have whoever the Bears are playing tomorrow. I'm sure they'll have them on the big screen. Who they playing tomorrow? I know you know. You keep up with the Bears.
49ers, but it's a real awful game.
How you figure that?
No need to watch.
Why are you not going to watch? You're a football fan, right? And you're a Bear fan, right?
Yeah, but the Bears are 2-9, and the Niners are 1-10, so no need to watch that game.
Okay. Yeah, the hell with all of them. I'm a Cowboy fan. We're doing all right now. But yeah, anyway, get over to the Mumford Point Marine Association and support them. They need your support. It's the veteran organization, folks. 773-873-6600. That's 773-873-6600. And the Lady Veterans, National Women Veterans United, they want you to come out and support them as well. That's 7908 South Racine here in Chicago, Illinois. They got information for you. Some of the benefits that you're entitled to that you may not know about. They can walk you through it and help you out on it. Their number is 872-731-2150, 872-731-2150, and their website is www.nwvu.org, and LadyVets2 is their email. That's LadyVets2 at yahoo.com. So get out and support your veterans, because guess what? Y'all going to need us. Because you see some vets. Oh, I forgot to say happy birthday to the chief up there. Chief, I'm going to send a song out for you tonight. I've got the Oscar Brown, Lone Range and Tonto. I'm sending it out to you. Good friend of mine's up in South Dakota, Mr. Alex Looking Out. Good man. He is my brother, a Native American. You know, he is a great engineer. You know, he's up there. So I may even give him a shout. And she was a good guy, you know. He said he's not an urban Indian. He went back. He was here working at television here with us, NBC in 44, and he took off and went back. He said, "'Cause that's what I am, man." And he loved it out there in the mountains of Montana and Montana. What the hell, Wyoming, Montana.
Wow.
Yeah, you like it out there. It's a big country. It is a great country from what I understand. I've been to Wyoming, but I've not been to Montana, you know. Yeah. So I tell you what, we're going to play your song.
Oh, Christmas ain't nothing without you, baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, are you ready to hit the song? This may take us to the top, right?
It is the top of the hour, so we should just go to a...
Okay, we could continue to chat a little
yes.
bit. Okay, all right. Okay, well, we'll do that. I think I had a little chat over here. I forgot to tell you, too, my niece, one of my nieces in Hawaii, I told you she's the best looking something over there.
All right.
And my little nephew over there, you know, with her. They've been married a few years. They got a couple of kids and all that stuff. Yeah. So what else has been going with you guys? You say you got something coming up.
Yep, I got something coming up. I'm on a little lightweight tour in the South areas, and got a lot of gigs coming up here in Chicago area land suburbs.
Okay.
Mostly, yeah. I don't do too much work in regular bars. I try to do venues a little more sophisticated for myself. Don't you think I'm a sophisticated girl?
Yeah, I saw those dogs. She got y'all out of serious. She got some doggone boots on there. She got from Bar D's out there.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, she got they're ostrich folks.
Yeah, that's my boy Ron. He always hook you up.
Yeah, Ron. Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tracy's dynamite on that stage, bro.
She's great on stage. I had to check out. I'm sorry, I have not caught you.
Or my next show, I'm going to make sure you be there.
You are.
Yeah, bring your family or whoever. Just let me know how many tickets you need.
Oh, I got no. Now listen to how many tickets I need.
Yeah.
Well, I may not need any tickets.
What?
Yeah.
Well, you just come on. I just want to see you there. I would love to see your face in the place.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's a nice looking face. You know. Gerald don't think so.
Gerald, he know you the bomb. He just in there looking, you know.
Yeah, you know, Gerald is all right with me. So what else, Leon's talking about?
Well, you know what
you got coming up, anything?
Well, you know that CD with the Christmas thing. Every time the Christmas season hit, they just pop in that Christmas thing, and I'm saying, wow. And as you know, I gave you the new gospel CD.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited about what's going on over the internet with that. And Christmas, the label is doing good. I got new artists and all. I'm going to be bringing information on them, and I'm always excited to hang with my friend.
Okay.
Henry right here.
Right on. Tell you what, you're going to take me up with Lloyd Price, or what you want to take me to the top with. All right, I'll throw it to you. You're listening to Classic Blues and R&B here on WVON 1690 AM. We're going to the top of the news. We'll be back with more music and guests here.
voice of the nation is 1690 WVON, Berwyn, Chicago.
Fire investigated, Castro farewell. I'm Barbara Cusack. At least 9 people are confirmed dead after a fire tore through an Oakland, California warehouse during a Friday dance party. Correspondent Dan Simon reports the city is investigating whether people were living there illegally.
They believe that people were living there, but that's still part of the investigation. This is said to be what's called an artist collective.
Fidel Castro's ashes arrived in the eastern city of Santiago, where thousands of people came to pay their respects to the former Cuban leader. Correspondent Patrick Ottman was there.
We've seen people tear up. We've seen genuine emotion, particularly from the older generation that knew Fidel Castro better. But hundreds of thousands of people in Santiago are bidding farewell to Fidel Castro.
Defense Secretary Ash Carter says the American military and its international partners will need to remain in Iraq even after the expected defeat of the Islamic State. He says that's to counter attempts by the group to relocate or reinvent itself. I'm Barbara Cusack. As people return to Gatlinburg to see the devastating effects of wildfires, some of the Tennessee residents say they did not get evacuation notices on their phones beforehand. Correspondent Don Dare has more on Saturday's briefing.
The controversy over the evacuation order, should it have been issued earlier on Monday night, came up at today's briefing among all the officials. Why weren't some people reached when others were? Could there have been a quicker response? Could there have been an earlier response? These are issues that weigh heavily on those who make the decisions.
2 young girls and 2 adults were killed in an Akron, Ohio house fire early Saturday. Cleveland Cavaliers forward LeBron James posted on Twitter that the girls who died were members of his foundation's educational program. The Akron native wrote, "Unbelievably saddened to hear the news. My heart hurts." Former prisoner of war Army Sergeant Bo Bergdahl has asked President Obama to pardon him before leaving office. I'm Barbara Cusack.
I'm Jay Farner, president of Quicken Loans. Recently, mortgage rates have dropped to the second lowest level in history. The rate today on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is all the way down to 3.99%. APR, 4.77%. It's a great time to refinance with Quicken Loans and save hundreds every month. So lock in this ultra-low rate before it goes back up. Call 800-QUICKEN. That's 800-QUICKEN.
Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS ConsumerAccess.org, number 3030.
An important message from Medicare.
I found a better deal on prescriptions.
I found a new plan with lower costs. It's Medicare open enrollment. Have you compared plans yet? Who knows what you might find? Check out your options at Medicare.gov or call 1-800-MEDICARE.
You never know unless you go.
Medicare open enrollment. October 15th through December 7th. Brought to you by the Department of Health and Human Services.
Hi, this is Roland Martin, and I've got some big news. I'm bringing News One Now with Roland Martin to WVON. It's a show that has all of America talking. We cover our news like nobody else. In-depth interviews, hot guests, and trending stories, all packed into 1 hour. Listen for TV1's News One Now with Roland Martin, weekday mornings at 5 a.m. only on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Art Jack Daddy Sims.
I'm lovely. I'm wonderful. Another beautiful day in the neighborhood. Traffic is all backed up. Sounds as if it needs an enema.
You never know what you'll get with Jack Daddy.
You're more of a well-refined hen. She is a little chickie.
A little bit of this.
Something about that was just like, ew, but I loved it.
And a little bit of that.
Keep your mouth closed about your woman eating that ice cream, gaining that weight.
Art Jack Daddy Sims, Monday through Thursday evening on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. The champagne is flowing, the wine is pouring, all my family is near. It's the most wonderful time for some great beer.
Hi, this is Jonathan Swain from Kimbark Beverage Shop. Our family has been proud to be a part of your holidays for over 50 years. This year is no exception. We've got special pricing on all of your favorite wine, beer, and spirits. Stop by today for special tastings and special deals. Happy holidays from your friends at Kimbark Beverage Shop, 1214 East 53rd at the corner of 53rd and Woodlawn.
Brandy and eggnog are flowing, apple cider is pouring, all my friends are here. It's the most wonderful time. It's the most wonderful time. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Have fun and please drink responsibly.
From the Xfinity Studios at WVON. We're your original social media. You're listening to Night Blues with Sir Henry Cheatham on 1690, The Talk of Chicago.
All right, as we here on Sunday morning, the 4th. This is the 4th. I had to say something about Mr. Fred Hampton, who killed assassinated on this day by the State's Attorney's Office, Henry Hand, and a bunch of the thugs of the Chicago Police Department were under the orders of the one and only J. Edgar. Hateful, I guess that's what it sounds. Hoover, yeah. But anyway, we're streaming live here at Classic Blues and R&B at WVON.com. We're on iHeartRadio, and we're also up and running on Ustream, so you can check us out wherever. You can always get us. We like for you to always get social with us here at WVON by going to Facebook.com/WVON1690. On Twitter, follow us at WVON1690, and on Instagram at WVON1690. Excuse me. You can always text WVON to 88474, and you get all our monthly, or weekly, or daily email. We get our newsletter. That's what I'm trying to say. You can get that. So you can always keep up with us around here, what's going on. Excuse me. You can also go to Facebook.com/Classic Blues and RB. You can get us there, like our page. We're looking for you to like our page. We want to get 100 likes in 100 minutes. No, we do. We want you to like our page. Go out and like our page. That's Classic Blues and R&B. Like it over there. We appreciate it. Follow us on Twitter at WVON Henry. And go to our YouTube channel and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's Henry Space CB. And there you will get our programs, because we do put them up, as we call them, on demand. You can get them on demand whenever you want them. Take them wherever you go. Any time of the day. So, yeah, we come on at 11 p.m. here Central Time. But guess what? If you feel like listening to us at high noon, you can always do it just by downloading the old program, clicking it on our channel, and just let it fly. That's what you have to do, because we put them up as soon as we can. Another time, we put them up right after the show. But that's what we do. All right, we have a studio guest here with us, Mr. Leon Triplett.
And Tracy Adams.
That's right, Tracy Adams. And we're going to be playing a cut from Leon's Christmas song here. He dropped in to bring some holiday cheer. But where's the eggnog, man?
Yeah.
What happened to the eggnog? Gerald like eggnog. You like eggnog, right?
Next time I'll do that.
I had some eggnog. Somebody should have said something.
No, I'm just kidding about it. Yeah, Christmas and eggnog, fruit cakes and all that stuff.
We're going to make sure you get some the next time.
I know.
Before the year is over. We're going to make sure we bring somebody for both of you guys.
We just running off, just kidding around about it, Don't forget to join our Chat Daddy Sims on Monday. for the Monday night edition of Real Talk, Real People. Chat Daddy welcomes live in studio a group of single black men to give their personal, very personal thoughts and opinions about the current state of dating and committed relationships in today's society. All of this and so much more at the Monday night edition from 6 p.m. for your favorite happy hour on the radio. Hey, you're single, man. Oh, but no, you spoken for. Yeah, you spoken for.
The same lady 5 years.
I was gonna ask you about the dating scene, man. You know, I mean, it's a little strange how y'all do things today. You know, very strange.
We know things must change. You know.
That's a change, yeah.
Yes.
You mean I can have 5 wives now?
No, I didn't say all that.
But that's a change. I mean, I can have 3.
No wives, but just
I can have 3 girlfriends.
Buddies.
I can have 3 buddies.
That's right.
1 wife and 3 buddies.
For the guy.
What about her? You know.
That take a lot of money.
Yeah.
One, 2.
Yeah. That's in Islam. I think you can have 4 wives, but you got to be able to afford them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna listen to Brother Leon's song here. You're listening to classic blues and R&B here on WVON 1690 AM. Boom.
Yeah, it's about that time again. Jingle bells and tinkle bells and please. Oh, don't mean much this year to me, because Christmas is nothing without you, babe. No matter what they say, it's just another day that just gets in the way. I don't wanna celebrate, I'd rather be with my soulmate. I just hope it's not too late. Why did we have to separate? Ooh, nothing seems to be the same. Sometimes I don't even know my name. I'm standing in the cold, cold rain. All I feel is hurt and pain. I don't wanna see no mistletoe, no Christmas music on the radio, and Santa Claus, he's got to go with that crazy, silly ho, 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 go. Because Christmas, oh, is nothing without you, babe. Oh, no matter what they say, it's just another day that just gets in the way. Who needs it? Christmas, oh, there's nothing without you, babe. No matter what they say, it's just another day that just gets in the way. Needs it? No, Christmas. Ooh, baby. Whoa.
So after this, I'll go back to the list.
Who needs it? I don't want no mistletoe, no Christmas music on the radio, and Santa Claus, he's got to go with that silly crazy ho ho ho, yeah. Christmas night, nothing without you, babe. Who's just
just another day just gets in the way, no matter what they say. Whoa, Christmas is nothing without you, babe. Whoa, no matter what they say, it's just another day. It just gets in the way. Ooh, babe, Christmas, baby, there's nothing without you, baby. Oh, just another day. It just gets in the way, no matter what they say. Oh, baby, 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 baby. Oh.
Hey, Art, what's going on with you, man?
Man, I'm waiting for Saturday nights for some classic blues and R&B.
Spend your Saturday nights with me, Sir Henry Cheatham.
On the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
There were good times going on down in Johnny's Rendezvous. I got there around midnight, just like I always do. Lord, it sure got quiet when I walk through the door. Said, has anybody seen you? I got some smiles, but nothing more. Oh, so tell me, is there something I should know?
Well, it's late, I just got home from work, and you were nowhere to be found. I'm a proud man, baby, I ain't about to chase you down. And when we talk, it means nothing. You don't smile anymore. And when I saw you this morning, oh baby, we barely said hello. So tell me, is there something I should know? We have to face it, girl. You know we're over time. Are we lying to ourselves, denying what we suspected all along? So be honest with me, girl, yeah. Please look at me. Is there something I should know?
On the day I was born, said my father, said he, I've an elegant legacy waiting for ye. 'Tis a rhyme for your lips and a song for your heart, to sing it whenever the world falls apart. Look, look, look to the rainbow. Follow it over the hills and the stream. Look, look, look to the rainbow. Follow the fellow who follows a dream. So I bundled my heart and I roamed the world free. To the east with the lark, to the west with the sea. And I searched all the earth and I scanned all the skies, but I found it all at last in my own true love's eyes. Look, look, look to the rainbow. Follow it over the hill and the stream. Look, look, look to the rainbow. Follow the fellow who follows a dream. Follow the fellow, follow the fellow, follow the fellow who follows a dream.
Luther! Oh, Luther! You out there? Nobody home. How you doing? Good. I had to get out of there. Too many people downstairs.
I know.
Did you see that?
Oh.
That's why I came up here. See, this is nice. Peace and quiet. Yeah.
Yeah, this is very nice. But I'm anxious to get home.
So am I.
Fell asleep late last night, and I dreamed of the night and almost half the day away. I just got up so that I could hear her say she's still in love and no one could take her love away. Ooh, love wakes me up every day, and I thought no one could ever make me feel this way. It fills me up every time I hear her say she's still in love and no one could take her love away. I wanna be loved. There's nothing better than love. What in the world could you ever be thinking of? It's better by far. So let yourself reach for that star and go no matter how far to the one you love, to love. And I mean all these words I say.
'cause she'd wanna be loved. There's nothing better than love. What in the world could you ever be thinking of instead of my love? So let yourself reach for that star and go no matter how far to the one you love. The world, there's nothing better than love. What in the world could you ever be thinking of instead of our love? So let yourself reach for that star and go no matter how far to the one you love. The
Sarah LaSoul. I like her like that.
I saw you standing over there. Don't be shy, come over here. Let me whisper in your ear. You're looking mighty fine tonight. Mr. DJ set the mood just right. Take me in your arms and we'll go off to paradise. Let me whisper in your ear. Tell you that I want you. Yeah. You know I like it like that. You know I like it like that. Let me whisper in your ear. Tell you that I want you. Yeah. In your arms, kiss me and caress me. I like it like that. I like it like that. Oh yeah. If you can't
one bourbon, one beer, one scotch, one bourbon, one beer. Please, Mr. Bartender, listen here. I ain't here for trouble, so have no fear. One scotch, one bourbon, one beer. Now I don't want soda, no bubble gum. You got what I want, so please serve me some. Since my baby's been gone, everything's lost. I'm on this kick and I can't get off. One scotch, one bourbon, one beer. One scotch, one bourbon, one beer. Please, Mr. Bartender, listen here. I ain't here for trouble, so have no fear. One scotch, one bourbon, one beer. Now my woman, she started me on this spree. I can't find her and she can't find me. She left this morning, said she wouldn't stay. She's been out all night and it's the break of day. One scotch, one bourbon, one beer. One scotch, one bourbon, one beer. Please, Mr. Bartender, listen here. I ain't here for trouble, so have no fear. One scotch, one bourbon, one beer. Oh, well, one more nip and make it strong. I got to find my baby if it takes all night long. One scotch, one bourbon, one beer. One scotch, one bourbon, one beer. Please, Mr. Bartender, listen here. I ain't here for trouble, so have no fear. One scotch, one bourbon, one beer. One scotch, one bourbon, one beer. One scotch, one bourbon, one beer.
It's an ill wind that blows no good, and it's a sad heart that won't love like I know it should. And oh, how lonesome you must be, and it's a shame if you don't share your love with me. And it's a heartache when love is gone, but it's bad and even sad later on. Oh, there's no one blinder than he who won't see it. And it's a shame if you don't share your love with me. And I can't help it, oh no, if she's gone. You must try to forget, oh, you must live on. And I said it's a good good thing to love someone, but it's bad and even sad when it's not returned. And oh, how lonesome, yes, you must be, yeah. And it's a shame if you don't share your love with me. And I said it's a shame, why, if you don't share your love with me. Oh, yeah.
Spend your Saturday nights right here on Classic Blues and R&B with Sir Henry Cheatham.
On the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
You know the time have come. Oh, for me to hit the road again.
You know, baby, do your car drive as good as it sounds? Do you think you can just park your car in my driveway? Yeah. You know, just ease right up behind. Ah, just like that, baby. Ah, yeah. Woo. Real nice and slow. Ah. Pull up from behind, baby. Drive it in between. Oh. Ooh, pull up from behind, baby, and drive it in between. Oh.
Spend your Saturday nights right here on Classic Blues and R&B with Sir Henry Cheatham.
On the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
You know the time have come. Oh, for me to hit the road again.
See the hands of all the people. Gonna get some loving tonight. Tonight. And if you're anything like me, I know you can't wait for tonight. Tonight. 'Cause I'm counting the hours, the minutes, the seconds, till my good loving daddy comes home. Till he comes home, he's gonna have me scratching and clawing just like a kitty cat all night long till the break of dawn. If you know what I'm talking about, let me hear you say yeah. Let me hear you say yeah. All the lovers in the house, if you know what I'm talking about, let me hear you say yeah. Let me hear you say yeah. I wanna see the hands of all the people. Who's gonna do it tonight? Tonight. Now I don't know about you, but I'm gonna get mine. That's all that's on my mind. I don't like to kiss and tell, but my baby is doing his job. Oh, yes, he is. And I love a man who really wrecks a car, put it in the garage all night long. In the house, if you know what I'm talking about, let me hear you say yeah. Let me hear you say yeah. All the lovers in the house, if you know what I'm talking about, let me hear you say yeah. Let me hear you say yeah. This song is dedicated to the all the lovers in the house. If you know what I'm talking about, let me hear you say yeah. Let me hear you say yeah. Let me hear you say yeah. If you're gonna get some love in the night, I wanna hear you say yeah, 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 yeah. love is. Did he say yeah, 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 yeah.
If you're gonna love me, woman, you love me with a thrill. 'Cause if you don't, I believe your sister will. Will you love me with a feeling? Will you love me with a feeling, girl?
So here we she might have to find it because I can't find it.
Ah, you don't have to love it all. The cops took her in, but that woman didn't need no bail. She shook her money maker for the judge, and the judge put the cops in jail. Will you love me with a feeling? Will you love me with a feeling, girl? Love me with a feeling, yeah. Ah, you don't have to love it all. Yeah. All you big leg women, keep your dresses down. I know you got something under there. Will make a bulldog kiss a hound. Will you love me with a feeling? Will you love me with a feeling? Love me with a feeling, girl. Ah, you don't have to love it all. One leg in the east and one leg in the west, and me in the center, trying to do my best. Will you love me with a feeling? Will you love me with a feeling, girl? Love me with a feeling, girl. Ah, you don't have to love it all. I want to sing another verse. Don't be afraid now, girl. Clarence ain't gonna do you no harm. It ain't so big and round, but it's 16 inches long. Will you love me with a feeling? Will you love me with a feeling, yeah? Love me with a feeling, yeah. Ah.
Since this are here, I'm gonna play this. I'll come to you after this.
She placed one leg upside the wall. She said, take your time, Clarence. I want you to have it all. Come on, love me with a feeling. Will you love me with a feeling, girl? Love me with a feeling. Persian girl, and you look mighty clean. I know it's gonna get real tight, baby, so I brought some Vaseline.
Okay, we got to hear another part.
Will you love me with a feeling? Will you love me with a feeling? Love me with a feeling. You don't have to love it all. Yeah.
All right, you just heard my man, the one and only Clarence Carter. Clarence Carter, one thing about him, he don't take no. Hey, he's a crazy guy, you know, the fun guy, you know, you like to hear that. Good music, good, great sound. You know, the band sounded good, too. I think they was real human beings back there playing all that great stuff, you know. All here on Classic Blues and R&B. We're here every Saturday night from 11 p.m. until 2 a.m. on a Sunday morning, playing for you the great American music, American folk music. They're just great music, you know, here in Texas, in the Estados Unidos. We send it around the world, wherever you may be. We hope you are enjoying it. My man over in London, Armand, I want to say hi to you over there. I know you're up and checking it out because you tell me you do it from time to time. I haven't seen you check in, though, but sending it out to you anyway. And from that, you heard Bobby Doll, Pull Up From Behind, baby. And you heard Miss Nellie Travis, the Nellie Tiger Travis, All the Lovers. That's a brand new one by Nellie. And you also heard Bobby Bland, Share Your Love With Me. Lady Z wanted to hear Ain't No Love in the Heart of the City. Well, if you don't share Lady Z, guess what? Ain't nothing there. But if you share, doggone it, it's a shame if you don't. That's what Bobby's saying too. I got your Pussycat Moan too, I think, coming up. I think that's what you wanted to hear. And thank you for listening to our program. Heard Amos Milburn, 1 scotch, 1 bourbon, and 1 beer. I never did that. I either take the scotch, I take the bourbon, or I take the beer. And I take scotch and bourbon. But somebody said they take a beer for a chase. I've never been a beer chaser. Just give me my beer. Give me my whiskey, you know. You also heard Diana Washington, Look to the Rainbow. That is a beautiful piece by her. Very, to me, inspiring song for any person who listens to it, especially a young person who has had a good relationship with their parent. You know, it's, to me, a very good piece. And Curtis Salgado is There's Something I Should Know. And Christmas Ain't Nothing Without You, Baby, by our guest in the studio here, Mr. Leon Tripoli. You got it all here on Classic Blues and R&B here on WVON 1690 AM. And then you also heard Luther Vandross, one out for my niece Cassandra. She did the one with he and Gregory Hines. There's nothing better than my niece Cassandra. They had also did Sarah LaSoul for my niece Rhonda. Yeah, hey boy, whatever it's called. Won't you come over here? But anyway, it's a beautiful song, beautiful voice from the young lady. She's out of Atlanta, Georgia, down there. All right, I was looking for your song. Were you able to find it?
Yes.
You did, huh? Okay. Okay, we're gonna play. How long is it? Is it long enough for it will take us to the top or no?
No, it is a 12:58, so we just got to close up.
Yeah. Ooh, Lord, how much? I'll tell you the truth. Some of these artists, man, they don't know, man. They got to cut this stuff down for radio. They talked about how the music used to be 2 or 3 minutes, you know, Muddy Water. Hey, that's right. They had a whole bunch of them to play. Oh, that Amos Milburn song, I wanted to say, the Amos Milburn, that song was...
It's 12 minutes.
That's what he said, it's 12
That's what he
minutes.
said, it is. Yeah, we'll check it
No,
out.
it
Yeah.
ain't. I don't think it's that long.
It ain't that long.
Well, we'll find out. We'll find out. My man knows.
You know what he talking about?
Anyway, that Amos Milburn song in 1940. Amos Milburn was
We play no toy minutes when I
he
get
was
with you,
number he was number 11 on the charts, you know. And yeah, so in 1940 you had Louis Jordan and his Tiffany Five Band, Nat King Cole Trio, Ink Spots, Duke Ellington and his famous orchestra, Erskine Hawkins and his orchestra. That's what they had back in the 40s, folks. Ella Fitzgerald.
Wow.
She was also singing with an orchestra. Johnny Moore's Three Blazers, Lionel Hampton and his orchestra, Bull Moose Jackson and his Buffalo Bearcats, Dinah Washington was just said, Amos Milburn, Joe Liggins and his Honey Drippers, and Julie Lee and her
36.
Boyfriend. But anyway, boyfriend. I'm sorry about that. All right, we're going to go to the top of the hour here. We're going to news, and we'll be back following this. You're listening to Classic Blues and R&B on WVON 1690. Okay.
12 minutes, Tracy.
The talk of Chicago and the voice of the nation. 1690 WVON, Berwyn, Chicago.
Fire outreach, private burial. I'm Barbara Cusack. The search continues for more victims in the fire that swept through an Oakland, California warehouse Friday, killing at least 9 people. Correspondent Bill Michaels reports local groups have stepped up to assist the victims.
The Gray Area Foundation for the Arts, a nonprofit organization based in neighboring San Francisco, set up a You Caring page to raise money for fire victims. The page has already raised more than $80,000. The Golden State Warriors announced a donation of $50,000 to support families impacted by the fire. The Oakland A's baseball team set up a You Caring fundraiser and pledged to match donations up to $30,000, a goal contributors have already surpassed. And the Oakland Raiders have also joined the fundraising effort for the fire victims.
Former Cuban leader Fidel Castro will be buried in a private ceremony on Sunday. His brother says the government will prohibit the naming of streets or monuments after Fidel, and that's in keeping with his wishes. I'm Barbara Cusack. A Massachusetts prosecutor says 16-year-old Matthew Borges has been charged with murder in connection with the death of his 16-year-old school classmate. The headless body of Lee Manuel Viloria Paulino was found along the Merrimack riverbank by a woman walking her dog on Thursday. A large group of veterans have joined protesters in North Dakota who are against the Dakota Access Pipeline. Attorney General Loretta Lynch released a video statement in regard to those demonstrations.
We will remain committed to working with all stakeholders to enforce the law, to maintain the peace, and to reach a just solution to this challenging situation.
Malaysian Prime Minister Najib Razak is leading a protest rally against what he calls the genocide of the Muslim Rohingya minority in Myanmar. Saying enough is enough, he said he's vowing to fight for the rights of the Rohingya. I'm Barbara Cusack.
I'm Jay Farner, president of Quicken Loans. Recently, mortgage rates have dropped to the second lowest level in history. The rate today on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is all the way down to 3.99%. APR, 4.77%. It's a great time to refinance with Quicken Loans and save hundreds every month. So lock in this ultra-low rate before it goes back up. Call 800-QUICKEN. That's 800-QUICKEN.
Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS ConsumerAccess.org, number 3030.
An important message from Medicare.
I found a better deal on prescriptions.
I found a new plan with lower costs. It's Medicare Open Enrollment. Have you compared plans yet? Who knows what you might find? Check out your options at Medicare.gov or call 1-800-MEDICARE.
You never know unless you go.
Medicare Open Enrollment, October 15th through December 7th. Brought to you by the Department of Health and Human Services.
This is why you work so hard to pay the mortgage. Because home is more than 4 walls and a roof. It's that porch swing on a summer night. It's pajamas with feet and everybody over for Sunday dinner. And that old stuffed chair in the living room you just can't get rid of. This is why you work a second job. This is why you learn to fix things yourself, so you could save on repairs. Because home is your place, your memories, your family sleeping in their own beds at night. And that is why we want to help. We are making home affordable, a free government resource that can make paying the mortgage easier. And now even more options are available. Call 888-995-HOPE today. That's 888-995-HOPE. Or visit makinghomeaffordable.gov.
Good night, Mama.
This is why. Brought to you by the U.S. Treasury, HUD, and the Ad Council.
Dear John, I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but you've left me no choice. I'm leaving. Uncontrolled high blood pressure is really serious, and lately you seem to really not care. I've been there for you since day one, and I know you think I'm gonna keep ticking, but no, my friend, I can quit whenever I want.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't sat in your lap in months. And even more stuff, but still no jobs? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed, and they're the stuff inside your stuff. Even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover guitar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Live from the Xfinity Studios at WVON. We're your original social media. You're listening to Night Blues with Sir Henry Cheatham on 1690, The Talk of Chicago.
Right here we go head into the old final hour of classic blues and R&B for this week, and we still kicking it. Oh, it's always good with streaming live at WVON.com. We also at iHeartRadio, and we up and looking good on UstreamTV.com. All here on classic blues and R&B. We're coming to you live, Live, in vivo. From Chicago, Illinois, the studios of WVON here on the Great South Side, you know. We always want you to get social with us here on WVON by going to Facebook.com/WVON1690. Follow us on Twitter at WVON1690 and on Instagram at WVON1690. You can always text to WVON 88474, and you get our weekly newsletter, daily newsletter, or whatever it is. You get all the information that we have here for you. So do that. Check it out. You can always reach us in the studio here at 773-591-1690. I'm here. Gerald is still here. Mr. Fletcher is still here. And we still have two studio guests, Mr. Leon Triplet and Miss Tracy Adams. Tracy Adams. I like that, C-R-A-C-E-E, you know. Okay, Solomon, only in America. You know, as we go through here, get ready to wrap up the show here in the next hour or whatever, you know, you hear people always complaining about things. You know, I went to get my emission test, and at the same time, I had to have passed the admission test in order to get my state license plate sticker. And when I did that, they got this sign so you can get your license plates here. I went over and I said, yeah, I'd like to get my license plate sticker. And the young lady said, okay, he'll do it. The young man came, that'll be $7, sir. I said, what? They're gonna charge me $7. He said, we're not with the state, we're private contracted. That's where our country is, folks. And I don't know, that these politicians, they don't have any real idea, folks. Hopefully that the president-elect Trump will have an idea about doing things. I agree with him. I'm a nationalist. I believe in America, folks. That's what I am. This is my country, the United States of America. This is it. America first. So I hope that he will do something worthwhile, kind of get things going. Obviously, you're not going to get all the jobs back, but I saw one fair and honest CEO yesterday. The guy said, a lot of these places wanted to leave the country anyway, so they can get rid of the unions. They wanted to leave the country so they can get rid of the salaries, all of that stuff. Though they left the country to really put us into the position that we're in, and we have a lot of unemployed folks. We have skills, we have many technical schools, IIT right here in Chicago. A lot of folks forget it's even there, but it's a hell of a school, great technical school. We got, MIT, LA, California Tech, Caltech. We just got a lot of things that we don't need to import folks. We got students right here that can do it, and we'll do it. I have a niece who graduated. Damn, I always talk about my nieces. Now, my nephews are doing well, too. I got a niece who graduated from Georgia Tech. So, and my nephews they're military type guys. They're all highly educated, too. So I got one nephew. I think he's maybe a colonel by now, but he's a lieutenant colonel, I know. So my nephews are well, too. So it's not like I'm always talking about my nieces, My daughter gives me a rough time about that. Anyway, we're going to talk to Miss Tracy Adams. So we found your song, and we're going to play your song to let the people hear your song, But before we do that, I think I'm going to play Oscar Brown for my man Chief, because Chief might be going to bed up there. He get up early in the morning. I don't know if he's going to get it in peace, though, because they're raising hell up there in South Dakota. Is that South Dakota? They're raising hell at the pipeline up there. So, hell, the Chief, might be up doing that, We're going to send this song out to him, and then we're going to come to Miss Tracy. You want to do it that way? You want to do it the way you had it planned? Go to Miss Tracy and then the Chief.
We'll do Miss Tracy and then go to the list.
Okay, we'll do it that way. See, I knew you knew what time it was, man. You're a big shot. He runs the show, folks. All right, you're listening to Classic Blues and R&B here on WVON 1690 AM.
Walk out of that door. You do the wrong thing at the wrong time. But guess what? Baby, when I walked out. I just can't live without you.
Hey, baby. How was your day? Oh, it was? Well, can you sit down for a minute? Yeah, I got something I want to say. Check this out. I know I'm a good man, the kind that every woman wants, who can take care of all of a woman needs and never treat her wrong.
No, this is You Know What a Good Man.
Now this other man you see, he's the no good kind. He expect every woman to take care of him, and when it come to you, he ain't got time. So if you gonna leave with him, I'm not gonna beg you to stay. Cause if you gonna take what every woman wants and just throw it away, then you don't want a good man. You don't want a good man. You don't want a good man. I know I'm a good man. I go out of my way to take care of all you want and need. He doesn't lift a finger, and you do everything for him and nothing for me. The more I do for you, the less you appreciate. You're taking my kindness for weakness, and you're treating me bad, expecting me to take it. But he the kind of man I know they're gonna cheat on you. But if you'd rather have him than to have someone faithful and true, then you don't want a good man. You don't I know it, baby. You don't want a good man, no, no, no. I know I'm a good man. 'Cause I'm a good man. Now I don't want him to hurt you, or for you to keep hurting me. But I can't change the fact, or that's the way it's gonna be. You don't want a good man. I know you don't, baby. You don't want a good man, no, no. I know I'm a good man. I cook your food, baby, and I wash all your clothes. I even cook for you when you got off of work, baby. And I washed all the dishes. I even kept the house clean. Tell me, that ain't what every woman wants. I know I'm a good man. I know I'm a good man. Yeah. I even babysit the kids while you're out partying. And you with him. And I know deep down inside, that I'm a good man. Every woman out there, got to want a good man. Oh, girl. Ooh, I'm a good man. I shouldn't be sitting here begging you like this, baby. If you don't want me, let me go. Please, baby. You know, and your mama and them know that I'm a good
All right, there. You don't want a good man. That went out for Miss Michelle way down in Dallas, Texas. You want a good man, Miss Michelle. Anyway, this is down in Texas there. One of my Facebook friends here. Anyway, you heard that. That's O.B. Buchanan. She don't want a good man. And you heard Miss Nellie Travis. I think that's, no, I didn't do that. It was O.B. Buchanan. You don't want a good man. And you heard, wait a minute, I think I messed up here. You heard Lone Ranger in Tondo by Oscar Brown Jr. That went out for my good friend up there in South Dakota, Chief Alex Looking Out, a real Dakota Indian, folks. Nice guy, too. Very nice guy. He said I'm no urban Indian. I want to get back out here, the wild open with the buffaloes and things roaming. And that's what he does. He's a great engineer, too. Very great engineer. You also heard, you heard, what the hell was that? Miss Tracy Adams. That's who it was. I'm sorry, Miss Tracy. I was looking at two things at once, three screens, really, but two. Tracy Adams. And let me get the name of it right. Can't live without you. That's what she said. Excuse me, can't live without you. So, Miss Adams, that's your song? You wrote the song?
No.
That's your band?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I didn't write the song. It's me and my band getting down.
Okay. What's the name of your
band? Ultimate Choice.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was produced by John Wesley Brown. He's out of Mississippi.
He's a Magnolia man like me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Jimmy, he's out of Milwaukee. He's a great writer. So I got a couple of other singles coming out. They got me doing singles now, so I can deal with that.
Okay, when is that?
Right after the holidays, after the winter. I'm going to get ready to get out of Illinois. It's a little too cold for me right now here.
Oh, yeah? Where you going?
I'm going to go home. I'm from Florida. So I'm going home to see my parents. My mom and dad still living.
Great.
Yeah.
What part of Florida?
Tampa.
Tampa Red. You've heard of Tampa Red? Yeah, I know you heard of Tampa Red. He's a great blues artist, musician, yeah.
Yeah, I left there a long time ago.
That's all right. He's still from Tampa.
Yeah.
Tampa.
Maybe I'll see him.
No.
He's gone, long gone?
He gone, yeah.
But he probably was the great, too.
Oh, he was great. He was.
Yeah.
Tampa
Those days were great music.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, very, very good. Writers, the sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, to me, I love it. Old school music.
I don't call it old school music. I call it music, and I call it classic music because, real people played this music. You get calluses on your hand playing the drums, bongos and all that stuff, congos. And you get calluses by playing guitar and, all that stuff. So that's, real human.
But guess what, Henry? Guess what?
Okay, what a guess what? What?
Guess what, Henry?
Do you like I do? My granddaughter used to. Guess what? Yeah, Papa. Yeah, what?
I'm so glad that you're here keeping the blues alive in Chicago. And I'm glad to be here with you in this WVON studio this evening.
I'm glad too. Now you see a lot of people, they kind of tick me a little bit. See, they talk about soul. You got to put it, now you don't have to put it in category. And that song by O.B. Buchanan is just a doggone good soulful song.
Oh, yes.
I mean, it's just, you feel it. That's that's why I call soul music, because you feel the music.
Yes.
So anyway, thank you. I'm glad I appreciate that compliment, or offhand compliment, or compliment. I appreciate it, really, I do, I get back to some more music here. I did sing you out that song, Miss Michelle. I did sing down in Dallas, All right, you ready to kick it some more, son? You're always ready, right? You came ready. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, let me do this first before you do that. Don't forget to check out Chat Daddy. Our Chat Daddy Sims for the Monday night edition of Real Talk, Real People. Chat Daddy welcomes live in studio a group of single black men to give their personal thoughts and opinions about the current state of dating and committed relationships in today's society. All this and so much more Monday at 6 p.m. for your favorite happy hour on the radio. That's right. See, and that's what O.B. saying. She don't want a good man. I don't know. Some of these chicks, they play harder than the guys. I don't know. Yeah, well, I got me 2 or 3 guys over there. I'm going to be a pimp too, Okay. That's what some of them say. I've heard it, All right, here we go. You're listening to Classic Blues and R&B here on WVON 1690 AM.
Woo! My. It's hot today. Sun shining. Kids laughing. Seem to be having fun.
You don't see it?
But you see, I seem to pause at the same old spot each and every day. Huh. I guess you know I've been watching this very attractive lady. But you see, she's with this guy and, well, I guess you know how those things go. But hopefully one day, she's gonna be walking past this way, and this is what I'll have to say.
Oh, look up, look down, look all around you. Can't you see, girl? I've been watching you. I've been watching you. Can't you feel I'm here and all around you? Can't you see, girl? I've been watching you. Said I've been watching you. If you only could, girl, if you only could, stop my way. You won't even try, 'cause you're with the sky. Hear what I say. If you ever should wait to find that things are what they should be. If you ever need some loving, I'll just some company. Oh, look up, look down, look all around you. Can't you see, girl? I'm in love with you. I'm in love with you. Can't you feel I'm here and all around you? Can't you see, girl? I'm in love with you. I said I'm in love with you. I've been watching
This is Classic Blue, Classic Blue, Classic Blue, Classic Blue, and R&B.
The turkey stuffed with dressing, ooh, cake and sweet potato pie, yeah.
My Christmas is you.
Good is on the table, baby, and you're right here by my side. Oh, ooh, you look so good, baby.
If you got a good woman.
Standing underneath the mistletoe. From the bottom of my heart, yeah. You know I love you so. Oh, believe me. Every word I say is true. The best gift that I can have. My Christmas is you. Oh honey, Santa came down the chimney, way over into the night. Yes, he did. The way I could see your lovely face, baby. Oh, and watching the snowflakes. Yeah, yeah. We're praying for peace. Ooh, all over the world. Praying for help for every man, woman, boy, and girl. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Turkey stuffed with dressing, chocolate cake and sweet potato pie, baby. All the other goodies on the table. And you right by my side. Oh, baby. Oh, you look so good to me, baby. Oh, you look so good standing underneath the mistletoe. Don't you know? And don't you know? Oh, baby, don't you know how much I love you? How much I love you so? Believe me. Oh, baby, believe me when, oh, baby, when I say the best gift that I can have. My Christmas is you. My Christmas is you.
Stand by. All right, there you go. With who in the hell was that? You know, you got to tap me out. I mean, that was Lomax. What the hell is it called? Christmas with the is not Christmas unless I got you around, huh? Yeah. Anyway, we still got our studio guests. They also heard. You want a good man, right? Mr. Sip. You heard Mr. Sip, and I think that was yeah. Pussycat Mom, Katie Webster. That's what I'm for Miss Lady Z there. Yeah, so that's what you heard. That's it. You also heard something for T. My man T. Always look up, look down, soft touch. Saying that one out for Southside T. Thank you for listening, T. T is a good listener. He always listening here. I guess they were ready to get out of here. I'm about ready for them to go to Naughty. Good guess. No.
I won't stay here another night.
I see that. There you go. See, I do that. That's where y'all are. White folks tell you, say, I don't want you up in here because, you know, I'm going to show them. I'm going up in there with all of my money. And I'm going to show them. I'm going to let them know I can afford that. But anyway, yeah, that's something.
I'm going to stay here all night.
Yeah. Now, where can folks find your music at, Leon?
CDBaby.com and all over the internet. Go to tripletrecords.com, which is my website, and you get a chance to check my artists out as well as myself. We got blues, R&B, country and western, all that good stuff. I'm right at all.
You got some country western too?
Yeah.
I love country western.
Yeah, I love it. I've been in the country and western. I wrote a song about my son who's got cerebral palsy, who happened to be my hero. Mm-hmm. And that is really picking up over the internet.
Okay, it's good.
Marvin, you are my hero.
Okay, that's good. That's all good, you know. Okay, well, I don't know if you guys want to stick around to the end of the show or what. You know, it's up to you. If you want to stick around, you can. If not, I'm not going to charge you. You know, I'm not going to do like y'all do. Y'all charge us to come up in the yard, place. We ain't going to charge you. If you want to stick around, you can do it, you know.
Well, as long as you can hang, I'm going to hang with you.
Okay, well, I have to hang till another 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, back to some more music here on Classic Blues and R&B. You know, that's one thing I want to say. We need a new county board president. I want Todd Stroger back.
Yeah, okay.
What you say?
Yeah,
I know you want to keep the one you got, right?
I'm not saying that, but no Stroger.
No Strojan.
No Strojan.
Well, who you want?
Anybody else?
You want the one you got?
No, I don't want her either.
You want to get rid of her?
Yes.
All right, then. Okay, we're on the same page for once. So we're gonna do like Mark Wallace, with the red light cameras, man. We're gonna get a petition going and get rid of her. I mean, can you imagine? Politicians, man. Ed Vrdolyak is going to jail. I think Dale is on his way now. I don't think Vrdolyak is going to just go this time, folks, because he might get some real time. So he gonna try to take Daley with him, what you need to been gone, All right, let me shut up before Gerald. He's a Daley boy. He's looking at me funny over there. He'll be the cable. He's a big guy too, so he come over here and he'll grab me and arrest me. He call the boys out and say, "Y'all come and get me." Don't forget, folks, on December. This is December 4th. This is the date of the assassination of Fred Hampton. It's as far as I'm concerned, I think a lot of other folks who understood the tragedy. It was a very, very sad day. That also was a turning point in how serious people were about doing things. The FBI was serious, so were the Panthers. Fred and Mark Clark were nice guys who they were doing pretty much what Trump did. They were able to bring folks together. They saw something and they merged the poor and some blacks together. All of that uptown area, they were working in there. And some people just don't want that to happen. So that when you get to that, same thing with Dr. King. Dr. King, when he had that poor folks, see, a lot of white folks know they're poor, but they think the whiteness is what get them through. Then you realize, hey, I ain't got nothing either, so that's what they can understand and kind of get together and say, okay, let's move forward because we're all American, and especially coming out of the South, we have a different outlook. We're not a first or second generation. In the North, you may be a first or second generation. My parents just came over from Ireland or wherever, England, or have all of that. So, but in the South, we are indigenous almost. You're listening to Classic Blues and R&B here on WVON 1690 AM.
If I love you, if I'm true to you each day, well, darling, if I didn't love you, why would I be this way? Oh, you ask me if I'm in love.
Trying to find like a song that's kind of short because we almost out of time.
Forever grow. Well, I love you. Yes, darling, I love you more than you'll ever.
524.
I'm on my knees.
I think a little bit too long.
I'm begging you, please. Oh, to ease my Can't you see, pretty baby, what you mean to me? Love is so hard to find. Yes, you ask me to prove my love. Oh, in everything I say and do. Yes, believe me, please believe. I'll never love no one but you. Oh, I'll never love no one but you.
took a monkey for a ride in the air. The monkey thought that everything was on the square. The buzzer tried to throw the monkey off his back. The monkey grabbed his neck and said, now listen, Jack. Straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top. Ain't no use in diving. What's the use of jiving? Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top. The buzzer told the monkey, you were choking me. Release your hold and I will set you free. The monkey looked the buzzer right dead in the eye and said, your story is so touching, but it sounds just like a lie. Straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and stay right. Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top. Straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and stay right. Straighten up and fly right. Cool down, Papa, don't you blow your top. Fly right. Fly right.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's standard.
Buddy Ace.
Yeah.
That long white hair. That's
Yeah, I know. I got you now. Yeah. All right, little ladies and gentlemen, you just heard one and only Miss Minnie McCoy wrapping us up here, right? I mean, we wrapping up now, right? You're getting up out of here, right? You're gonna leave here, right? You're gonna put us out, right? Oh, he'd love it every time I said, yeah, he just laughing, folks, throwing their hand up, every cutting it, all that stuff. That's Minnie McCoy, Miss Minnie McCoy there. Weary Woman Blues. It's one of the real ones there. Hope you enjoyed our program tonight. And before that, you heard the great one, B.B. King. You Asked Me. Hell, we had somebody else in between. I forgot what it was. But in the You Asked Me, B.B. King. All here on Classic Blues and R&B. And I'll tell you what, I want to thank Mr. Leon Lett. I know it's Leon Triplett.
Yeah, that's right.
Lett played with the Cowboy. Leon Lett, he's a cowboy.
Oh, okay.
Leon Triplett. You know if it's Triplett. So, yeah, Mr. Leon Triplett.
Yeah.
And Miss Tracy Adams here. Thank you guys for coming by. A lot of success.
Yeah, I thought I'd bring Tracy up here with me.
Yeah, well, Tracy said she finna get up out of here.
Yeah.
She gonna do what I should be doing, but hell, they tell me it's raining down there pretty bad too. That so.
Always.
Yeah, we down in Mississippi, they're mild, they're mild, some days and maybe yeah.
Are you leaving?
No, I'm not. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I don't. You never know. My daughter want me to come up there to Michigan. I got to do something for her. So they don't understand. Hey, I'd rather go south than north this time of the year.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
But folks, it's been a pleasure as always. Coming up in here on Saturday night, leaving on Sunday morning. Want to thank my man Gerald Brits. If I don't say that Brits, he get mad. He looks funny. He looks at me funny. Mr. Fletcher, I want to thank him, the boss's son. Thank the boss and the whole staff here, Melody Span and all the rest of the guys here, for allowing me to come up in here every Saturday night to continue to do the best that I can. I'm not perfect, folks, but I tell you what, you keep letting me come up in here. I'm gonna get it right. I'm gonna get it right. I want you to may God bless and keep all of you. And remember, ignorance is the most costly crop that any community can produce, folks. So let's try to clean up some of it. Forget about who the president is, and let's move forward and do what we can do. We can all do something, Amen. And let's do it. Until next week. May God bless and keep you, Gerald. All right, you like that one, huh? I'm gonna pray for you, son. Adios. Oh.
The talk of Chicago and the voice of the nation. 1690 WVON, Berwyn, Chicago.
I went home.
Survivor search, critical vote. I'm Barbara Cusack. 9 bodies recovered from a burned warehouse in Oakland, California, but others are believed trapped in the rubble.
A festive gathering that some are calling rave-like was going on the second floor of this warehouse when the fast-moving fire began, with only a makeshift stairway to get them out and making it too dangerous for first responders to get in. Oakland Fire Chief Teresa DeLoche-Reed said it's unclear at this time how the fire started.
We have called in our task force from Alameda County to come in and assist with the fire investigation.
Property owners were warned last month about hazardous debris violations, but as of now, the building is not considered a crime scene. I'm Jim Roop.
Italians started voting in a referendum on constitutional reform that will decide the political future of Prime Minister Renzi, who promised to resign if he loses. Fidel Castro laid to rest today alongside the mausoleum of Cuban independence hero Jose Marti. 9 days of national mourning in Cuba will be coming to an end. I'm Barbara Cusack. Hours after dropping a state court case to force a recount of the presidential election in Pennsylvania, the Green Party switched strategy, deciding to seek an emergency federal court order. Correspondent Marlis Majerus explains the state court drawback.
Lawyers for the Green Party-backed voters who filed the case say they can't afford the $1 million bond ordered by the court by 5 p.m. Monday. However, Green Party-backed efforts to analyze election software in scattered precincts are continuing.
Campaigning for a GOP Senate candidate in a runoff election in Louisiana, Vice President-elect Mike Pence touched on the Trump administration's plans for Obamacare.
We'll have a president after January 20th who will sign the repeal of Obamacare, and will set the Congress and the nation on the course of free market reforms.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says Congress will act as early as next year to repeal the health care law, but changes will be delayed as Republicans try to come up with an alternative. I'm Barbara Cusack.
I'm Jay Farner, president of Quicken Loans. Recently, mortgage rates have dropped to the second lowest level in history. The rate today on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is all the way down to 3.99%. APR, 4.77%. It's a great time to refinance with Quicken Loans and save hundreds every month. So lock in this ultra-low rate before it goes back up. Call 800-QUICKEN. That's 800-QUICKEN.
Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS ConsumerAccess.org, number 3030.
An important message from Medicare.
I found a better deal on prescriptions.
I found a new plan with lower costs. It's Medicare open enrollment. Have you compared plans yet? Who knows what you might find? Check out your options at Medicare.gov or call 1-800-MEDICARE.
You never know unless you go.
Medicare open enrollment. October 15th through December 7th. Brought to you by the Department of Health and Human Services.
AutoOwners.com. That's AutoOwners.com.